Yo, what's good, y'all? Just Rapper Castle Media, man. Hey, let the people know who we rocking with today.
Man, it's your boy Cartier Cody, aka the Wavy Dad, man. You already know.
All right, happy to have you here, G.
Yes,
All right, so let the people know where you from.
Man, Sacramento, California, bro.
All right,
Right
so
here in the city.
how was it growing up out here?
It was cool, man. I was born out here, and then I actually, my parents moved away, so I lived in Washington for a while, for like 8 years, and then I came back out here when I was like 15 or some shit like that, and I've been back out here since. Kind of moving all around, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how's the culture out there in Washington? Is it like similar to out here, or is it different?
Nah, it's way different, bro. It's way different. It's up north, bro, and it's a whole different vibe up there. It's a lot more like, there's not a huge hip hop scene up there. At least when I was young too, you know what I mean? So it was like, I was just into dumb shit back then.
Yeah. All right, did you play sports growing up?
Yeah, I did. I played everything. I was a fat kid, you know what I mean? So it was like my mom made me play all the sports. so that, you feel me? But I wasn't really good at anything, so I didn't play it for that long. I played like one season of like everything. I did basketball, football, track, baseball, soccer. I just wasn't good at none of that shit, bro. It wasn't for me.
Damn. I feel it ain't for everybody, man. All right, so when did you start making music?
Man, I started making music like seriously, like 4 years ago. Something like that is when I really decided like, yo, I'm gonna do this. But I had dabbled before that, you know what I mean? Just when I was younger, like fuck around with GarageBand and shit like that, you know what I mean? And just pulling beats off YouTube and, you know what I mean, just making some bullshit songs to them. And I made like a little 4-song project when I was probably like 17 maybe. And made like a couple copies, gave them to the homies, and then nothing ever happened. And then I kind of just got back into it slowly. I knew people just through like sneakers and clothes and shit like that. I knew people that were making music, and it kind of just re-inspired me to get back into doing it. So I was like, fuck it, man. Let's put my all into it and see where it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. All right, so what's your brand?
My brand? Man, I got a couple brands, man. The Wavy Dad Club is like my main one right now. So shout out to all the Wavy Dads out there. A lot of people already got some gear, but new stuff's coming, so stay tuned for that. I just bought like a bunch of new shit to make new hats. I'm gonna do some work gear, like Dickie shirts and shit like that, like some real work shit. And then I got another brand called Community Effort, and that's kind of like my side project right now. Community Effort is basically just like, everybody got to work together to make this shit successful, especially like trying to build a culture in the city and shit like that. Like everyone's got to play their part a little bit. So that's kind of where community effort came from, is just realizing that it's not just one person that's going to push everything forward. Like there's a whole team that goes into making shit that people see. You know what I mean? So everything's kind of a community effort to get that final product, like what people want. You know what I mean?
Right. So have you always been like really big into fashion?
Yeah, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like Thrift Store Doughboy is the name of the next album, you know what I mean? And it just goes back to when I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like my mom used to always take us to like secondhand stores, thrift stores, swap meets, shit like that. So just going to those when I was young, it kind of just made me like, I was always into just different shit, you know what I mean? So I guess it kind of tied into like a whole fashion thing, but it got to a point where I was seeing all this shit that was in stores, and I'm like, I don't like none of that shit. So I was like, let me just make my own stuff, because really it's like at the end of the day, I'd rather rock my own brands than all these people that I don't know. I'm not going to go spend a gang of money on other people's like big brands and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it, bro. Let me make my own shit and just rock my own shit all the time.
All right, for sure. All right, so yeah, actually, talk about your thrift. So what's the name of your thrift store?
So my store is called Best Coast Vintage.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily a thrift store. It's like, I consider it more of like a boutique, because it's like I'm going to thrift stores and I'm sorting through all the bullshit and try to find like the fire pieces. So once I find those, it's like I bring those into the store and then I resell those joints.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, Best Coast Vintage, BC_VTG on Instagram, in case y'all want to check it out.
Okay.
Or you can shop the online store, dpop.com/Best Coast Vintage Co.
So what's the vibes like? What type of merch can people get in there? What type of is it like sports stuff?
Man,
Is
I got
it
vintage sports
skater?
stuff. I got vintage music stuff. I got hella band tees. I got like some obscure shit. I got like sweaters, starter jackets, like vintage hats, like all kinds of shit, man. I got sneakers. I got everything, man. Just like a whole bunch of random stuff that I've kind of like just picked up over the years. You know what I mean? It's like because I started doing this shit when I was younger. Like I started doing the whole like thrift store flip. You know what I mean? When I was like probably like 18 or 19 is when I really got back into doing that. And I had a YouTube channel way back then too. So it's like I was doing this shit for YouTube and my videos were getting plays and I was like, this is a good move. But then, yeah, I mean, I kind of just had life happen and like kind of fell out of it. And then recently I was like, I'm already going here doing this shit. Like I'm selling stuff here and there. So I was like, let me put a little bit more time into focusing on reselling the stuff that I'm finding and like trying to look for more stuff. And so that's kind of been the vibe lately is just building it, you know what I mean? But it's like anything new, like a new business, it's gonna take a little bit of time for it to get where it needs to be. But yeah, I mean the foundation's there.
Okay. And where so where is your store located at?
Right here in Sacramento, man, off Del Paso.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to go into your projects and everything. So,
Yeah, for sure.
talk about when you dropped the last Wild Place. Why you chose to cover your favorite song off of there.
Man, the last Wild Place was that project when I made that. It was like a weird time in my life, bro, where I was like, I was just like I was wild depressed. You know what I mean? And it was like I was using music as kind of that form of expression to like trying to get that shit out. So that project is a little bit deeper. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit more on the emotional side, but yeah, I mean it's like the reason I chose the artwork is because I was out in the mountains like working doing like weed farm shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So at the time like I was out there and it was kind of just nice to get a break from everything. And then I had gone to a swap meet and I had met this dude that has like a horse reserve where they rescue horses and shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, he was telling me about it and he said The Last Wild Place. That's the name of it. And I was like, yo, that shit's so fire. Like, I just like the idea of it. And so I used that as the name. And then my boy, Troy, aka Liam Neeson on Instagram, he actually took the picture of the forest and shit like that. And I had asked him, I was like, bro, you got like a dope picture of a forest. You know what I mean? Because he's nice with the lenses. And so he sent me one. I was like, that's perfect. And then I went with it. And man, my favorite song off that joint got to be Diamonds, bro. It's got me. Let's see. It's got me, Charlie Muscle, Blaze Alias, Banks of America, my boy Kinda Odd, and I think I'm missing one person on it, man. Produced by this shit go Racimo. Shout out my dog Face Tat. And yeah, man, that project was just, you know what I mean, looking back, like I listened to it recently and I was like, this, you know what I mean, it's different than where I'm at right now, but yeah, I mean, I think it's still a solid body of work in my opinion.
Okay. All right, so hey, I got a question. It's a trick question.
What's up?
If you had to choose in between the two, would you choose fashion or rapping?
That's tough, man. That's tough. I think realistically, like, there's two answers to that question, though. Yeah, I mean, it's like if money wasn't a thing, yeah, I mean, then it's like I would obviously do music. Yeah, I mean, but there's more money to be made in the fashion shit than there is in the rap shit. Yeah, I mean, it's like so. I don't know, man. I for the sake of it, I'm gonna say rap because it's something I've always wanted to really do in the fashion shit. It's always kind of been secondary. Like I use the fashion, like I use my clothing brands when I sell merch and shit. That funds my music. So at the end of the day, it's like I use the fashion as a tool to get my music made. So they kind of go hand in hand, man. Like that's a hard one to answer. I don't know.
I feel you. Okay. It's a real quick trick question and shit. But all right, so I did have one question. Like, what was your thoughts when you heard that Virgil Abloh died? You know,
Man,
and what did Off-White like mean to you for the fashion culture?
that was tough, man. It's like I didn't follow his work a ton. Obviously, it's like I saw it constantly because it was out there. But yeah, I mean, obviously he had a huge impact in everything that he did. So it's just another great designer that, you know what I mean, makes an impact that could have been bigger. You know what I mean? But what he did already, like, changed the face of how shit's gonna go in the future. You know what I mean? It's like looking at how certain people design and the trends that they set. You know what I mean? Like, what's going to come out of that 5, 10, 20. Also, you know, it trips me out too, man. It's like if you look back in, like, if you look back in history books and you look at the old pictures, like, look at the shit they was wearing. You know what I mean? And it's like somebody, I don't know, man. It was tough. It was tough. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, so tell me about dropping another project in 2021 called Circa 91.
Circa 91, man. That was the album I dropped last year. And it was just on some hip hop shit, bro. Honestly. Like, I just wanted to, I mean, I feel like my sound I don't really sound like I'm like a Sacramento artist, in my opinion. Not saying that negatively towards anybody, but Sacramento does have a certain kind of sound, yeah, I mean, that a lot of people are akin to using. So it's like I always just wanted to come through on some hip hop shit, leave everything else aside, and just really make something dope. So that's what I was trying to do with Circa 91, and it was just, you know what I mean, a compilation of songs that I had made that I really fucked with, and I was like, this sounds like a dope project. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'll just fucking put it out, man.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I didn't do a lot of like marketing on that project. You know what I mean? It was like I kind of sometimes have the mentality of like just make the shit and put it out. You know what I mean? And then like just start working on the next one. I mean, because I feel like if you keep trying to milk one thing, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna miss opportunities and other shit. So I'm like, I just put it out and instantly started working on the next one, and that goes into Red Moon Diary. You know what I mean? So that was the project that followed almost immediately after that. You know, I think I dropped Circa on my birthday, and then I dropped Red Moon on Halloween. So I gave it like a little 3-month break. You know what I mean? But I was like, I just want to keep dropping things as much as I possibly can, as often as I can.
Then you gotta move around. The lights went off in this bit.
Yo!
It's the motion sensor shit.
For
Fuck.
real.
Damn.
You shit bugging, you gotta get up and press it.
Oh shit. Technical difficulties, yo. I might just keep this up a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, but nah, I actually wanted to, how did you get the red, what is Red Moon?
Red Moon Diary?
Yeah, like how'd you come up with that one?
Man, it was when everything was on fire, bro. Like, that's when I was writing that project, was during the fires, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So the fucking moon was red, you know what I mean? Like, shit was crazy because everything was on fire. So, like, there were certain days where you look up and it's like, yo, this is a trip. So I also was like that project was leading right into me getting sober, you know what I mean? So it's like, it was just kind of like a super, I'm trying to think of the way to explain it. Like transformative project, you know what I mean? It was like a lot of shit that I just wanted to get out, you know what I mean, and have it out so that I could move on, you know what I mean? Because music it's a form of expression, you know what I mean? I don't use music to just talk shit, you know what I mean? It's like music's always been a form of like expression for me, so it's like it's hard for me to talk about how I feel about, you know what I mean, certain things. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make some music about it so that way I can put it out. And then it's out of me, it's into the world now, you know what I mean? And then just move on to something new. So that was kind of the whole thing about that, you know what I mean? Is everything's on fire, you know what I mean? It's like the world's crazy, but, you know what I mean? The fires go out, things subside, and then, you know what I mean, new shit grows. You know what I mean? But you gotta kind of purge all that shit and get it out before you can grow new shit on top of it, you know what I mean? So that was kind of the whole like idea, the whole concept in my head behind the title and then like the content of the project, you know. So I feel like that's a slept on project though, you know what I mean? It's just a little 5-song EP, you know what I mean? And it was a little more on like the deep kind of like emotional side, but you know what I mean, that's sometimes the type of music I want to make.
All right, for sure, for sure. All right, have you ever thought about having a pop-up event?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm trying to organize one like when the weather gets better. But yeah, definitely. I've done a few. Like I used to pop up at the flea market and the swap market out here, like and sell vintage.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it was like there, you know, it was cool. Like I made bread doing it, but right now it's like the all that shit's not as popping. You know what I mean? With everything COVID and all that other shit going on, like a lot of the pop-ups aren't as busy as they used to be, but there is a joint out here in Sacramento called Fly Market that I'm trying to do. I just sent my application in yesterday, so I'm trying to do that shit here on the 23rd. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? I like doing pop-ups. The pop-ups are dope. A lot of new people, you know what I mean? And it's like I found doing the pop-ups just like price shit lower and just let it fly. You know what I mean? I'd rather sell a bunch of stuff than like try to get every penny out of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. If you could collab with a famous clothing brand, like what brand would it be and why?
Ooh. That's tough, man. That's tough. Just any brand?
Any brand.
I mean, like realistically, I think I used to fuck with 10 Deep super heavy, bro.
Okay.
So 10 Deep, shout out 10 Deep, man. Undefeated is another one that would be like just iconic. Yeah, I mean, but shit, man, shoot for the stars, bro. Get that Nike collab. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get that Nike Wavy Dad collab, bro. That's what the dream is. But yeah, it's something I do have a collab in the works with a super dope local company that I can't disclose yet. I want to, but that'll get announced here shortly. I just gotta work out the specifics and everything, and then we gonna announce it. But it's gonna be fire. Trust and believe that.
All right, for sure. All right, so what's your plans for 2022?
Man, just apply pressure, bro. I mean, I just dropped the Thrift Store Dope Boy official music video. That's out on YouTube. It's on my Instagram, and it's on TikTok. I put it on those 3 platforms only. And yeah, man, it's basically the whole plan is just fucking make the music, shoot the videos, put them out, make the merch, put them out. You know what I mean? Just keep doing the shit that I've been doing and trying to refine the process. And now it's like I have a better idea of how to move forward with it. You know? Yeah, so 2022, man, just keep making videos, keep making music, merch, all that shit, bro. Just keep applying pressure, man. Stay wavy. You know what I mean? Take this shit for what it is and just try to make the best of all the obstacles and shit that are gonna get thrown at me. You know what I mean? But it's all good, man. I'm prepared for it, so I'm just gonna keep doing it kind of how I've been doing it and just, you know what I mean? Keep applying pressure. That's basically my whole plan for 2022.
All right, man. Hey, well, y'all heard it here first, man. We here at Cartier Cody, man. Look out for Thrift Store Dope Boy.
Yes,
Coming soon to all platforms, man. Hey, it's the art of Sacramento, the art of culture. Let's get it.
It's booming.